We learned today that Vermont Governor Phil Scott is being sued by some of his colleagues.
Two state senators say the governor is not following the law because of his appointment of Zoe Saunders as interim Secretary of Education. Saunders is the defendant in that lawsuit.
NBC5's Amanda Martin Ryan joins us now from the newsroom after speaking with one of the state senators who filed the lawsuit. Amanda, why are they taking this to court?
Well, Liz Bryan, Progressive Democrat Tanya Vyhovsky, and Democrat Richard McCormick filed the lawsuit yesterday in Washington County Superior Court. And according to the senators, there is no such thing as an interim appointment while the Senate is in session. The lawsuit claims that the governor purposefully circumvented his obligation to appoint a new Secretary of Education with the consent of the Senate after a 19-9 vote denied confirming Saunders to the position at the end of April. Those opposed pointed to Saunders' background working in Florida charter schools, claiming she did not have a tangible vision for Vermont's education system. Scott doubled down on Saunders' qualifications for the role, reappointing her immediately after her appointment was denied in April. At the time, his office said the move did not require Senate approval. Vyhovsky says that the Senate gave the governor the rest of the session to make a new appointment and go back through the confirmation process, which is why the lawsuit was filed once the veto session ended. The lawsuit including that the governor's office claims Saunders can serve as interim secretary through February 2025 and is not subject to Senate confirmation. But Vyhovsky says taking legal action isn't about the Secretary of Education position, it's about maintaining the state's constitution.
If we don't really establish where does the governor's power end and the legislative branch's power begin, who knows where it goes next, right? Like we have an established democracy with three branches of government meant to make sure that no one branch gains too much power. And for me, this was an overreach to the point where it threatened that.
Vyhovsky says she and McCormick have the support of several other state senators. She also says it's unknown for her and her legal team when this will actually go to court. If the court rules in favor of the two senators, Saunders' actions since April 30th will be voided and she will be removed from the job. We reached out to the governor's office to hear his reaction to the lawsuit, and we're still waiting to hear back. Live in the newsroom, Amanda Martin Ryan, NBC5 News.